In machine learning, we can broadly classify doing machine learning into two different ways. The first one is going to be through supervised learning, and then the next one is going to be through something called unsupervised learning. So the difference between these two is supervised learning is basically what we did with that iris data set, where we have the features and then we are giving it what the actual outcome is or the labels of that data, okay? Unsupervised learning is a little bit different, where we only have the features and we don't have any predictions or we don't have any of the actual labels. Supervised learning we are using for regression and classification. So we'll see, linear regression, we'll see different classification. Neural networks as well are a type of supervised learning. And then unsupervised learning is a little bit different, where we are just basically giving it groups of data. And we are basically telling it, hey, here is the data. Let's group those data points into just similar clusters. So this is where clustering comes in, if you've ever heard of clustering. And it's something that we can use for a lot of different things, such as like anomaly detection. We can identify text and we can identify patterns. Grouping customers. So if we were working for like a retail store, like an e-commerce store. So it's just kind of the basic setup of the difference between the two. So like with our iris data set, we had our sepal length, and then we also had our petal length, and then we had our species that we were trying to target, right? Species, like that. So with those, we can basically break it down into, we had our features. Just as another reminder, we had our features and then we had our target, okay? So the difference between what we're doing here and with unsupervised learning is unsupervised learning would essentially be, we have all of these different data points. So say we have just an X and a Y axis of, this is our sepal length over here. So that's our sepal length, and this is our petal length over here. So basically with clustering, we would have a bunch of different data points based on what the actual sepal length is, what the petal length is, right? Just some clustered data all over the place. And then what our clustering algorithm is going to do is we tell it how many clusters we actually want, and it will go ahead and it will group all of these data points together. So say it does those ones as one, and then it does these as another cluster, and then it does the rest of these down here as another cluster. So now that we have this, we can go ahead and we can say, okay, what are our most common groups? And then we can start to make inferences, we can start to make actual analysis around these groups, and we can start to kind of analyze these groups in different ways that we probably couldn't do before. So for example, if we were to relate this to football, let's say we had a pitch like this, okay? And then we had a bunch of passes that a player had made, and they were passes like, there's one, and then they have kind of just some more progressive passes. They have some over there, right? We could start to group these passes together, and we could say, okay, what are their most common clusters of passes that they're making? We'll kind of get more into this when we talk about clustering. That's really the big difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning, we are making predictions and we are labeling those predictions. Unsupervised learning, we are using the data to create clusters which we can then further analyze. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. It'll start to kind of be a little bit more clear if this didn't click in the upcoming lessons, where we'll talk about the different types of supervised learning, which are regression and classification, and then our clustering algorithm for unsupervised learning. So let's go ahead and let's jump on into the next lesson.